Hey, world out there. So, I am starting a new playlist, if you will, called Stories from the Classroom. So, these are going to be a really quick little stories of some funny or inspiring or just interesting, entertaining things that happen in my classroom um, on the daily. So, this first one is about a student, an eighth grader, who solved a conflict. So here it goes. So I teach AVID, which stands for Advancement via Individual Determination, and it is a college and career prep class. So the other day, being about 2 weeks ago, my AVID students, um, they had some work time, and I really, really wanted them to use their time wisely. I think we were doing research for a persuasive paper. And I was really adamant that certain people should not be next to each other. I really wanted them to get the bulk of their research done, which really takes major focus. And so I had a couple students, let's call them A and B. And I told A and B, I really don't want you near each other. And I had other student, let's call him C. And C, I trusted. And so I had C next to B, but not next to A. And so, anyways, period had started. I had some lo-fi beats going on in the background, and I was just making my rounds, helping students and whatnot. And I heard like some commotion where the ABC students were, but it didn't seem too terrible. Plus, I was really focused on helping another student. So, and then it went away. So it was fine. So I helped that student and I made my rounds back. And I noticed that C, who is my responsible student, had moved and he was in between A and B. And they were really focused, but I could see that C had kind of a very serious look on his face. And I said, "Is everything okay over here?" And C looks up and from his writing and says, "Yeah, so I just needed to separate these two because you're right. They do not work well together. And they were really distracting me. So, and they were his friends. So I decided to make them move and sit myself in between them. So I said, and I looked at A and B and said, "Is this true? You guys were distracting and being off task." And they said, "Yeah, but C, put us in place." So I looked at C and I said, "So you actually solved this whole issue and by yourself by playing parent." And he said, "You gotta do what you gotta do, right?" So I guess when this happened, I guess what was going through my head was sometimes when you leave the kids alone, they figure it out, right? And I think the moral of the story is, and this is just a really short snippet, I guess the moral of the story is that maybe sometimes we need to allow our students, give them a chance to work things out on their own. So I think that not always, but I do think that students deserve at least a chance um, every once in a while to work it out by themselves and solve conflict. And, that's a really important life skill that so many adults don't have. So until next time, have a fabulous day. If you've got a really cool little story about a student, let me know. I have a lot more that are coming. So please like, subscribe, and I'll see you later.